This is me. Look how puny and small I am. And this is 𝗏𝗃𝗄𝗁's gigantic San Jose city from the 1900s. It is an insanely detailed time capsule from the past almost of buildings that no longer exist in San Jose. Just the amount of details and just ways that Dan has built these buildings are actually incredible. And some of the architecture and just the actual skill in these buildings are something like I've never seen before in the game. I would say this is probably even one of the most detailed cities in the entire game. But before we do get into this video right here, if you do enjoy, please do leave a like. It's very much appreciated. If we hit about 50 likes, I think we will do another showcase on one of Dan's other parks right here. He has a ton of other parks and they are absolutely incredible. So leave a like and we'll make sure to do one of those. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Hello you, it's Josh here, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another showcase. Today we're looking at 𝗏𝗃𝗄𝗁's incredible recreation of San Jose in the 1940s to 60s. It's a really cool build right here and it's almost like a time capsule of the buildings that were there before. All these buildings were actually in grey and black because literally none of these buildings have colour photos because all of them except from 2 buildings have been destroyed because of urban renewal. So Dan actually kind of built this as a sort of an homage to these old like buildings and this old architecture, which to be honest is absolutely beautiful, as you'll see throughout here. And it's a really incredible build that I've never seen really done anything like this before. I mean, obviously Dan's built cities, tons of people have built cities, but there's not many people who have done this sort of thing where they're building like an old city that is no longer there. So it's a really cool build and I'm very excited to look at it. Now, sadly, there's no roller coasters on this plot, which is a shame because it would be sick to have some sort of roller coaster or some sort of dark ride or something. That would be really cool right here. But I could not pass this up. I mean, like, just look at the architecture just on this one street right here. It is really insane. Like, it's so well detailed. And I mean, Dan is obviously probably one of the best city builders in the entire game. It is crazy. So yeah. Although, because there is no roller coasters, this video is going to be more of an analytical me going on about architecture, which I'm a very big fan of if you don't know. So, if you're more of a, you know, I enjoy roller coasters and that sort of stuff, you might not enjoy this video as much, but I mean, give it a try. You might enjoy it, I guess. I don't know where to even start. There's so much. It's so big. Now you can see if we look from above right here, there are actually a ton of buildings and streets right here, to the point where I do not know where to actually start. Sadly, we haven't got the interiors or any of this filled in right here, but it kind of just is what it is. This project is still slightly, you know, ongoing, but like 90% of the buildings are done, so you know, that's good enough for me. You know, that's still good enough for me, and I mean, it looks really cool, doesn't it? But I think we're going to start over here on this big main street because this building over here looks absolutely the same. We've got a we've got a hating poor people club, you know, something I'm personally a big fan of and a member of as well. And we've got this really cool like a gate here, I guess. I don't know if this I don't know what this really would be for. It kind of reminds me of that big arch in Italy. Is it Italy or Spain or something like that? You know, that big arch, you know, the one that everybody knows. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of that, and it looks very cool. By the way, just to answer, if you're wondering why there are hundreds of 𝗏𝗃𝗄𝗁s around the place, I don't actually know. He does this in every city. As far as I can tell, it's because Dan actually runs a religion, or more of a cult, I guess, called Danism. And apparently these are all members of Danism. I don't know why only Danism infects his cities. I guess he's just, you know, he's just a great leader. And you can see, I mean, these buildings are really cool. You see, even this little, like, thing right here, it's got so many little pieces to it. And these lamps, oh my god, I love these lamps so much. They literally have, like, tens of pieces right here just for a single lamp. I don't even know how he really did this. It looks like just a lot of primitives, like, inside of each other. But even as someone who, you know, I class myself as not a terrible builder, I have no clue how he's done half of this here. Ah, yes, also on the Hating Poor People Club, we've got I Literally Hate Poor People Women Club. So apparently this is the Women Club. This is the Hating Poor People Club. You know, there's a lot of clubs over here. This looks kind of like a cinema over here with this big sign right here, which I really, really like. There's a lot of dots on it. I don't know why there's just a lot of dots on it, I guess. Oh, and he's even got like the little like fire escapes right here going up the side of the building. I'm assuming this building's going to be a little bit taller, because if not, then that's a bit weird that it doesn't have a fence there. But like I said, a lot of this is still a work in progress, and especially like you see down here and over here, it's not very finished. So down this area is probably some of the most unfinished parts. But damn, look at this building on the other side. I mean, this building right here alone just really shows why I just cannot pass up this. I mean, it's such a really insane project. I love how he's got these little garden things with the buildings, and of course these are all recreations of real buildings as far as I'm aware. I'm gonna send my editor some photos, unless I'm editing this video, which will pop up on screen of some of the buildings, and you may be able to notice some of them. You may be able to match some of them to the actual buildings you'll see in here. I'm not gonna make poor Ronnie actually put them up on screen when we get to the building, because that'll take him forever, and you know, I hate him, but not that much. But you can see them all, and they are really, like, you know, I love old architecture. Okay, I mean, I'm personally, I love modern architecture, but this sort of old architecture, you just have to have a kind of love for it, because it's just got so many cool little details, and especially when it's this detailed in 𝗦𝗵𝗫 Tycoon 2. Holy shit. I mean, look, even on this one, we've got fire escapes on these Roman sort of balconies, and we even have a clock here, which I don't know if this lights up, but it does have lights on it. We've got signs, we've got, you know, whatever these are called again that I can't remember. There's just so many insane details on here, and I will be here forever if I don't skip over some of them, of course. It's really cool, and there's loads of little inside jokes, like, you know, Dan does in all of his cities. Like, we've got Dan's over here. Everything's basically named after himself, of course. I was going to say, except from the hating poor people's club, but he does also hate the poor people. Also, I've just noticed the statues up there. I might have to ask him if I can get a statue in there, you know. Dan, can I get a statue in the poor people's club? Guys, this may be it. I may get okay. Guys, this is a wonderful day. I get to put my statue in the poor people's... No, not the poor, but I'm not poor. I hate poor people. That's what I meant. That looks brilliant. I like how I'm just... Instead of staring out the window, I'm just staring into a pool. In fact, we can make a pyramid of myself. Hang on, guys. Ah, yes, now I look like a cheerleader, and there's 3 of me. I look like a weird, like, creature with, like, 6 arms. Now, this is the street that's a little less done right here, but still, I'm not going to skip over these buildings because they're incredible. These corner buildings, I really love. I like this here with the window going round. There's just a killer in there. I love this bit of building going all the way around, you know, around the corner. Again, with so many little details. I mean, he's got like loads of signs and everything on all of these. One thing that I do wish is that these were maybe a little bit more varied, because they all look very similar, although it is a good design to start out with. It's good to mention, again, like I said at the start, all of the photos that he's using here are black and white or grey, grayscale and stuff like that. He can't really tell colours, so I think he just had to basically work out the colours from the actual, you know, the tonal depth and stuff like that. Also, something that we skip by over here, which I don't want to skip by, is that he has these lovely little, what are they called? Traffic lights, that's it, bloody hell, which look really, really nice right here. And he's even got grates in here. He's obviously got all these parking spaces, and over here I saw a fire extinguisher, not fire extinguisher, a fire hydrant, that's the one. God, it is late for me. I'm recording this at 5 AM, okay, cut me some slack. Also, something cool here as well, which I didn't even think was real, but these roads are actually slightly slanted if you look. It's a bit hard to tell, although you can tell from above actually a little bit better. They're actually slanted down, which is apparently a real thing. I didn't know that, but apparently that's a real thing. Like, the roads are actually slanted down, like they were you know, in this time, which is very weird. I did not know that, but apparently it's true. On this side again, though, we've got some really, really cool, like, buildings. I mean, look at all these fucking buildings. Again, we've even got, like, fire escapes here. Not sure how safe that is, to be honest, you know. A big gust of wind and you're kind of gone off. Although, I guess oh, no, I guess you're supposed to climb down there, then climb down there. But then where would you go from there? Like, in there? You know, it's the same old story going all the way down here. It's really cool. He's got this nice clock here. What the fuck? He soiled himself. No, Dad, I think he died and he pissed himself. What a shame. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, and I do want to actually showcase this. In fact, if we reach like 50 likes, so I'm guessing I'm going to set the like goal, I will do his other park right here, which is really, really cool. It is like a massive city, like giant skyscrapers. I mean, this is really cool, but here's like giant skyscrapers that are like 3 times as tall, and they're all collapsing and falling down, and there's loads of people running in panic, and there's blood everywhere. It's really cool. The video will definitely get demonetized, but if you guys want to see that, you know, 50 likes, I'll do it, okay? I'll do it, even though I will not make any money on it. But no, yeah, we've got all these buildings down here. I love this little street. Like, it really has a lot of character to it. I think that's the good thing about this. I don't know if it's just the billions and billions of damn pixels around the park, which, by the way, he's gonna hit the megabyte limit. Not because of the buildings. I mean, the buildings have a lot of detail, but because of all these fucking statues, okay? He's always like, why am I hitting the megabyte limit? I don't know, Dad. I don't know. But no, yeah, we've even got an interior over here, which is tofu, which I think he uses uses in loads. But we've got some lovely information here. Tofu is not the hippie food. Japanese supremacy. Tofu helps the bones grow. Being vegan stops brain development for children, as you cannot get enough nutrients to the brain. So if you're not smart, eat your meat, boys. If the mind is like tofu, by itself it is tasteless. Everything depends on the flavor that it soaks in. I don't know what to say. I don't know why it's all in 4 different fonts. We've got a nice Chinese lantern here, though. I'm assuming that's just done with 2 pots stuck inside of each other. That's very, very cool right there. Let me just screenshot that for research now. But oh yeah, we've got a shop in here, which is interesting to say the least. Apparently, what? Oh, he's listening. Look, he's watching a nice old one. Hey, Josh, come here. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is he taking me now? I can't go through. Dan is a man. I can't get through the door. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, well, he told me to teleport over to here, and, what the fuck? Josh, Danism, and then just, dartboard with his face in the middle. I'm not sure what, oh my fucking god. I'm not sure what I was just looking at. I'm also not sure what is going on here. All the way down here as well, though, we've got a hotel and stuff. I'm really excited. Maybe for him to do an interior here. I'd love to see that, you know. I don't know if he's going to, but I know one of the other really good city builders, 𝗬𝗃cie, who is also in the Masons, like Dan, surprisingly. He is like a really good builder, and he started doing some interiors on some of his buildings. And Dan the other day was saying that he might do it because he's seen it. So, you know, we might get some interiors right here, which is very cool. This is the Danism is Pog Hotel, obviously, which is nice. And then we've got the totally not fake building born from wrong measurements. What? Wait, so in real life this was a fake building? Oh, it might have actually been, because I know this happened in real life. I've heard about this before, where there was like, they needed to do like water shit, so they made like a fake, I don't know, like a fake front. That'd be really interesting. I don't know. But before we start, have you heard of RCX before? It's Theme Park Tycoon 2's biggest event ever made between me, Timon080, and Onni-H, where we will be awarding some of the best creators in the entire community and showcasing small builders and creators with their booths and shops in the expo. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and I cannot wait for it. But the one thing that I do want to advertise right here is that you can now go vote for your favorite creators for only a slight bit longer on the form, which will be linked down below on the top link. This one's really important because the main awards are literally worth over $100. Yes, that's right, $100. So make sure to go vote wisely so that your favorite creators, builders, and makers in the game get the awards they deserve this December at RCX. And with that ad read over, thank you all so much for listening through that, and let's get back to the video. Okay, so we now have also the Lizard store here, which is bread in stock, and we also have the cheese and bread store. I'm not sure how the Lizard store and the cheese and bread store is the same thing, but I'm gonna just ignore it. This is the most like wish version of a fire hydrant. I don't know what happened to this poor fire hydrant, but it's obviously not a fire hydrant anymore. And I mean, we've been ignoring the other side, but we've got this massive long building going all the way down here. This is a thick building right here. And then we've got Danism, not Danism, sorry, Dan, just sat in a window, you know, I'm just Danism. Okay, moving on from that. So we have another, like, I'm guessing like a cinema or something here. I don't know. A lot of cinemas in the old days had like this sort of signing, although it could be honestly anything because it's just like a flashy sort of signing, like come by here sort of thing, you know. But again, look at this building. Oh, it's insane. Like I've not been going into it too much because I don't want to, you know, just sit on a single building for ages. But just the amount of details on these buildings is just fucking amazing. I mean, like, he's got even just the tiny little features right here. It's just insane. Oh my god, and look at this here as well. He's literally using wagons. He's using this wagon piece right here for a fucking window. Is that insane or what? I mean, it works really well because that looks really cool. But yeah, we also have some other buildings right here. He's using these star trees actually for some details, which is an interesting idea. I've not really seen that used much. I mean, the star trees don't really get used much, except from like 𝗬𝗵𝗁𝗍 man's custom trees and that sort of thing, I guess. But Dan's Pug Bakery, we resell McDonald's Happy Meal toys for $1. I don't even think Happy Meals existed in the 1940s to 60s, Dan. I don't even know if McDonald's existed in the 1940s to 60s. Dan. Dan, where's your realism, Dan? I've also just noticed, what the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, I noticed fire. I did not notice the people burning inside. I was wondering where his 33 guests are. I thought maybe they're in a money farm, but no. They're just in a big pit burning to death. Interesting. All the way down here as well in the front. He's got a ton more buildings right here. I mean, like, this building looks really cool. How has he done this here? Is that with, oh, it's with primitives and stuff, I see. And roof trims. That is very, very cool. I would never have thought of that. And we've got this right here, which is the #A, #E, #E, #C, I, #C, I, #shop. My favorite shop. And then next to that favorite shop, you know, we have SA, #J, #, #OR, #ALE, #. Again, up there, not quite as favorite as the shop, but you know, it's up there. It's a pretty good shop, the good old SA #J. We love Roblox moderation we do on this channel. But no, look at this building right here. These are really high details. The more low-rise buildings, I don't know if they're planned to get more higher, but really cool buildings. And here is one of really cool buildings right here. A really cool building. Although there is a light sticking through your finger right here, Dan. I'm not sure about that. Again, Dan, where's your realism, Dan? Dan! Bloody Dan, and he's not getting things realistic and whatever. But yeah, on this side, we have a lot more, like, big buildings right here. I'm surprised at how big some of these buildings actually are in terms of width. Like, I know some of them are high, and these aren't as high as the other ones, but they are very, very big, especially this one right here. This is, like, massive, this one here. I don't know what would have been inside of all these shops, which is also why I'd love to see Dan actually do the interiors right here. I don't know if he'd be able to get interior photos of these buildings, but I guess he could, you know, like, try or just even do whatever he wants inside of them. I guess some of them he'll be able to tell what they are because they'll have signs on them. And, you know, it'd be interesting to see these actually in the inside done, you know. I'd really like to see that. But yeah, sadly, I think that brings us to the end right here of this entire tour because, you know, although this is a really cool and big city, there's not too much to look at beyond the actual buildings right here, you know. Or once the next part of this is done, or even when this is properly done, I mean, I don't know if we will do another showcase when this is done because not much will have changed unless he does the interior. But if he does do the interior and stuff like that, we will probably have another look at this right here. And once he completes the second one, I'll definitely take a look at this if this video does well and you guys enjoy it. I mean, comment down below if you do want to see that, and I might do it. But yeah, the all-important question, where does this go on the famous Kosii rating list, whatever? Now, I think I'm going to have to put it in 5th place. I mean, it is definitely one of the most beautiful, like, buildings projects I've ever seen, and that makes it really hard. If we were just looking at buildings and not theme parks right here, this would be in, like, 2nd or 1st place right here. I don't know, tell me what you think down below. It's a really difficult decision, but anyway, guys, here's all the lovely channel members and supporters up on the screen right here. Thank you all so much for supporting me. You can literally become a supporter for just 99p or $1.31 a month. It's really, really cheap, and it's one of the best highest values in the entire Theme Park Tycoon 2 community. Yes, you heard it. You get early access to all my videos. You get member-only videos whenever I do, whenever there's roller coasters or rides on the actual plot. And I also give shout-outs like right now and way more, so go check that out. But anyway, guys, with that, it's time to end off the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please do leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think of this and where you would put it on the rating yourself. You know, I'd love to hear your opinion, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. I will see you all in another one. Goodbye!